at my little arena here at the pumpkin patch, and just about every time I plan on taking something apart and working on it, somebody else shows up and wants to see me drive. So I just keep driving it, and I'm afraid I'm cooking the transmission. But then again, I overfilled it with oil, so I'm not really sure if I'm just burning off all the extra oil that's in there that needs to come out. Either way, now it has started to, it's a little bit confusing. I'm about to try and dive into this thing and try and see if I can figure out some things. It started as not even going in the gear. I would shift through the gears and none of them would click. It was almost like I felt like the converter had drained out of fluid. So then I overfilled the transmission and it worked. As I went back and forth through the gears, revving it up, I finally got it to start moving. I'm fairly sure I put the pump in right, the converter into the pump correctly. But what I'm thinking is that maybe it's not, or also maybe, it almost seems like since a 400's made for a gas motor, it should be spinning twice as fast as it's spinning with a diesel motor, and I have no idea if this makes any sense, but maybe that's confusing the transmission and making it not want to shift. But I should be able to shift it manually, and when I put it in first, it's in third, and when I put it in third, it's in first, but it doesn't have a reverse manual valve body. And then second has been totally gone, but today second came back, but only when it wants to. So it's starting to get very confusing, even more confusing than it was, and I'm about to try and do a pressure test on it and at least see if the pump's working right. I think that makes sense, but then again, I really don't know what I'm talking about. I just kind of do these things and we see where I end up, usually with broken parts. Thank you and goodbye. Hi, Mark.
I thought you were talking on the phone.
Talking to my mom. Mom, my transmission's first, second, third not working.
No, you gotta
what do I do?
We gotta make like a transmission map that's like it's a piece of paper.
Dude, nothing's working as it should, so I'm just in there like just moving it, seeing what happens. On, buddy. Yeah. 55. No less. We'll film it. I'll ride on the back. I'll ride on your shoulders. I'm gonna pull a plug out of the side of the transmission once I get the right size socket, and then we can test the pressure. Don't stop talking, Mark.
I was just gonna say,
all right, thanks, Moto Pimp. All right, now I got my pressure gauge hooked up to the transmission. I'm gonna start the engine, and we'll see what happens here with the gauge. So right now, 70 PSI. When I put it in reverse, it should spike up. That right there just told me something's totally wrong with it. When I had it in park, it had, was it 60 or 70? Okay, we'll just go in between 65. I think it was 60. 65 PSI in park. Then when I put it in reverse, it should double or triple, and it went down. So I lost pressure when I put it in reverse. I wonder if that means... I never had no... I don't know. I've had all kinds of troubles. I shouldn't say I never had trouble. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you there, Moto Pimp. So here's what I'm thinking. Is it possible that I didn't get the converter all the way into the pump? I don't know. I can't stick my hand up behind the converter, in between the converter and the face of the transmission. I mean, it's like very tight in there. I've done it 1,000 times. I'm pretty sure I put the converter in. I'm sure I put the converter in, but what else could this be? My pump bad already? There's definitely enough fluid in there. It's coming out the hole when I put the gauge on. I might need to go to school and then turn this back on later, so goodbye. I'm gonna pull the plug on the bottom of the transmission, drop the oil out, see how much metal's in it. I have a feeling that it's gonna be silver. Yeah, the plug's covered in metal. See there, the magnetic plug is covered in little bits of steel. So whatever's happening inside the transmission is just tearing it up and eating everything. Or eating something. We'll just go with it's eating everything. And that's it. I mean, there's no reason to even drop the pan. I'm gonna drain the oil out of it and pull the trans. Well, I mean, I guess there might be a couple of reasons to drop the pan, but I'm just gonna pull the trans out. I don't know what happened. Whether this was a big mistake to try and put that Cummins engine on a turbo 400. The reasons I did it were because I think Dodge Trans can't be as good as the turbo 400. That's my opinion on them. Had a lot of faith in the 400, and then I didn't have to change anything with the way my 400 goes to my transfer case. But this has turned out to be a little bit of a disaster. I mean, the motor's been in for less than 2 weeks, and this is going to be the second time the trans is out of it. And I'm a little bit clueless as to what happened. I guess we're going to find the broken pieces and try and sort it out from there. My converter definitely looked like it's far enough into the pump. I've done that before. I don't think I screwed it up. The trouble began right from the beginning. So I don't know. Maybe this trans was just doomed from the beginning. I didn't put it together, but the guy that did knows what he's doing. I guess everybody makes mistakes. I don't know. I guess we could just blame all broken parts on me. When I said silver, I rub my hands on that plug and I come out silver from all the steel in it. Oh well. Pretty normal. I did have a fun time. I knew it was broken, I just kept going, so like, oh, well, it still moves. I guess, I mean, really, I could just keep doing that, but I'd rather try and make it work right, so it's time to drop it out and see what I can do.